Good day, students. You are welcome to math class. Today, we'll be discussing factorization of trinomial expressions. Factorization of trinomial expression. Quadratic trinomials are expression in form of ax squared plus bx plus c. And to factorize trinomial expression, you need to find two things. Number one, sum and product. Sum is the middle term, which is plus b, while the product is the first term times last term. That is the coefficient of the first term multiplied by the constant a times c. After which you will look for two numbers that when you multiply together, you will get product, and the same two numbers when you add together you will get the sum. Let us look at the example. Example 1, factorize x squared plus 6x plus 9. Factorize x squared plus 6x plus 9. The sum is 6 while the product is 9. That is the coefficient of x squared, which is 1, times 9 will give you product, which is 9, and the sum is 6. Then you think of two numbers that when you multiply together you will get 9, and when you add together you will get 6. And the two numbers are plus 3 and plus 3. Therefore, you will use the two numbers to replace the one in the middle, and your expression now will now be x squared plus 3x, then plus 3x. That is, you have used 3x, 3 and 3 to replace the one in the middle. From there now, you will pair them. You pick the first two. What is common to the first two, which is x squared plus 3x? What is common to x squared plus 3x is x. Then inside the bracket now will be x plus 3 for the first one. Immediately after the first two, you pick the last two. And before the last two, what is the sign? Plus, you put there. And what is common to the last two? What is common to the last two is 3. Then 3 will be outside. And inside the bracket now will be x plus 3. And at the end, the solution now will be x plus 3. Then the second bracket will be x plus 3. And if you look at this very well, if you look at this expression very well, this one is telling you that they have the same factor, and that is what we call perfect square, which means that you can rewrite your answer as x plus 3 square because they are the same, and that is what we call perfect square. Your answer now can be written as x plus 3 square, and this is how to factorize quadratic trinomial. Let us look at example 2. X squared plus 8x plus 15. The sum is 8, the product is 15. That is coefficient of x squared, which is 1, times 15 will give you 15. Sum is 8, product is 15. Then what are the two numbers that when you multiply together you will get 15, and when you add together you will get 8? The two numbers are 3 and 5. Then you use 3 and 5 to replace the one in the middle, to replace 8s. You use 3 and 5 to replace 8s, and therefore you will write your expression as x squared plus 3x plus 5x, then plus 15. You have used 3x and 5x to replace 8x in the middle. From there now, you pair them. You will take the first two, you will take the last two. And what is common to the first two is s. Then inside the bracket now will be s plus 3. Immediately after the first two, then you put the sign, which is plus. Then what is common to the second group is 5. Then you are going to have 5 into bracket s plus 3. And finally now your solution line will now be s plus 3 because and s plus 5. And this is how to factorize quadratic trinomial. Quadratic trinomial. Let's go to the next example. Example 3. The sum is -7 while the product is 12. That is the coefficient of x squared times 12. That one will give you 12. Then you think of two numbers that when you multiply together, you will get 12. And when you add together, you will get -7. And the three numbers are 3 and 4. But because of the minus that you have beside 7, the two numbers now will now be -3 and -4. -3 and -4. Then you will now use -3 and -4 to replace the one in the middle, and you will rewrite it as s squared minus 3s minus 4s. You have used 3 and -4 to replace the one in the middle, then plus 12. Then you pair them, you take the first two and the last two. What is common to the first two is s. Then you are going to have s minus 3. Immediately after the first two, the sign is minus. Then what is common to the last two? 4. Then we are going to have inside the bracket now s minus 3. And the final answer now will now be s minus 3, then s minus 4. And this is how to factorize quadratic quadratic trinomial expression. Now let's go to the last one. Factorize 2s squared plus 3s minus 9. The sum is 3 and the product is -18. That is 2 times -9 -18. Then you think of two numbers that when you multiply you get 18, and when you add you get 3. The two numbers are 6 and 3. And to get plus 3, when you add the two numbers together, then it will now be 6 and -3. It will now be 6 and -3, because when you add 6 and -3 together, you will get plus 3. Because of that, you will rewrite your expression as 2s squared. Then you will now use 6 and 3, that is 6 and -3, to replace the one in the middle, and that one will give you plus 6s minus 3s, then minus 9. From there now, you will pair them, you take the first two and the last two. The first two, what is common to the first two is 2s. Then 2s will be outside, then inside the bracket now will be s plus 3. Immediately after the first two, then you put the sign minus. Then what is common to the last two will be 3. Then inside the bracket now will be s plus 3. And after that, then you get your final answer. And your final answer now will be s plus 3. Then the second bracket now will be 2s minus 3. This is how to factorize